most of tonight's game was a surprise. And in many ways, it shouldn't be to the boys. You know, you would think 20 straight wins, they would know that everybody plays you like it's a World Cup game, you know, when you're playing McKinney. And, I mean, this is their best, Highland Park's best run since 2002. I mean, that's a lot of momentum, you know, a lot of emotion also that they're going to carry into this game where they have the chance to wreck, you know, kill a team's, you know, win streak. And I am very impressed with Highland Park. They didn't play anywhere near a fourth place team, you know. Not that we were expecting them to, but they did a great job at. Well, I mean, let's be honest. We had a defense that had to deal with, you know, first, you know, Grant Sigler out with the red card, and then, you know, Jose, you know, early in the game goes out with a bad back, and I'm just impressed that, you know, not just hanging on, you know, to shut that group out. I mean, yes, first goal in what 6 games for 7 games we've given up, but you know, for the guys to shake off that first half, you know, edge their way back into the game, you know, and then take it to overtime. Overtime is kind of looming for us after, you know, seeing that they've won 2 straight games in overtime. That's a bit of a downer, but I mean, the way the boys were closing out the second half there moved Stanton into the middle. That gave us a big boost to energy. Drew Mills to step right in for Jose. I mean, his last game was an entire season on JV, you know, and you know, it's one of Ellis's trainees there, our JV group that didn't give up a single goal in district. That's awesome to be able to just scoop somebody in there to cover for that. And I mean, I thought he did fabulous. But you know, at halftime there, I mean, yeah, there were some flustered voices and some players that you know, that I had to remind a couple of the players, you know, look, boys, let's get back to constructive here, including myself. I know we're disappointed with how we played, but guys, come on, step back for a minute here and have a look at what we're dealing with, you know. We're missing 2 key players that, I mean, never once came out of the game once this year, you know. You can expect we're not going to be the same team I don't care who we're trying to defend, so have some patience, settle down here, and please do the job that we talked about you doing for the last 2 days. And you know, did a terrific job second half, edged their way back into that game, because it was really, in my opinion, Highland Park was all over us first half. You know, wind had nothing to do with that. We came out, it would have been nice. We were very strong in the first 5 minutes. Would have been nice, you know, JT just, you know, barely misses on a wide open back post, but then Oscar to get us up. Who knows what kind of energy Highland Park had if they would have been up 1-0 at halftime. That was a fabulously struck free kick. So I mean, yeah, I'm glad that Oscar does his thing and gets our foot in the door. That when it's obviously, we knew coming in, it's going to be a rough night for us no matter who we're playing. It's the 3rd round of the playoffs. This is a proven team, Highland Park, that belongs here. And you know, second half just talked about making sure that, you know, guys, stay disciplined here. I talked very specifically to our midfielders and forwards how I needed you to show and move. And how, you know, how to take advantage of Highland Park's weaknesses, and you seem to be kind of freelancing here first half, thinking at you know what happened to our plan the last 2 days, and I think they're flustered, you know, a little bit by the kind, they weren't expecting the kind of, although we talked about kind of speed, athleticism, physicality that Highland Park brings in the game, that you know, that's really the same team that we played last year when they beat us 1-0, only, you know, much better. I guess that surprised some guys. I don't know, because I just saw a lot of us backing off of balls that we normally would have stepped in and won and combined to go forward. But, you know, the thing we finished halftime talking about was, you know, come on guys, big time players make big time plays, all right? And it's time for somebody to step up and do that. Hey, excuse me, it might have been going into overtime. I think it was. And you know, so boys, you know, 20 wins in a row, if you want to accomplish that, somebody's going to have to step forward here and have, you know, a personal, you know, a breakthrough play here. And I mean, I'm just so impressed with Eric. I mean, we work all year on that, but we haven't been in this scenario all year, and so with that kind of pressure to come up with that kind of big time play, I mean, beautiful free kick, got a great left foot. I mean, he couldn't have placed it better. I mean, that was fabulous. So I'm extremely proud of Eric, extremely proud of our goalkeepers. Despite the kind of physicality that Highland Park brought, size, we had all kind of size mismatches on the field. Keepers made great saves. I know it's looked weird a little bit switching players even in overtime there, but you know, it's that kind of that rhythm, that dynamic that I like there. And also, if we're going to a shootout, I wanted Brett would have been ready to step in for the shootout there and not have been injured by something that would have happened there in the second overtime. But you know, the boys, I think now, you know, this was a great wake-up call for us, and to tie, you know, 20 wins in a row that the 2000 Blonde Bombers accomplished tonight, that's fabulous. You know, I mean, but we've never been here and been completely undefeated. You know, so regional quarterfinal. Should be right back here at Clark against Lovejoy. We had already arranged that, and you know, like I said, they were up 4-0 with just a few minutes left.